So within the last couple of generations of iPhones that we've seen Apple basically go through and essentially kind of give us one big feature for our Pro iPhones, but then kind of bring that feature down to the cheaper baseline iPhone. I think this is a very good move from Apple. I think it makes a ton of sense, but it's a very interesting thing because if we kind of look at what Apple's going to be doing for the next couple of generations of iPhones, it is kind of an interesting thing to think about what the next big change is going to be. For the last couple of generations of iPhones, we've seen Apple give us a triple camera setup. We've seen them give us, the dynamic island, the frosted glass back, and now USB-C. What is going to be that next big change that Apple's going to be giving us? Now, I think it's going to come out in a few different things. One, I think it's probably going to be either a quadruple camera setup on the back of these iPhones, the Pro model iPhones, or probably it's going to be the removal of the dynamic island. Now, I think for the next couple of generations of iPhones, possibly the iPhone 17, is the soonest we could see the dynamic island completely being removed. I think this kind of matches in line with Apple kind of keeping the same type of gimmick for like 3 years and then removing it a few years later. I think this matches quite pretty much in line with something like that, and I think that makes a ton of sense. If Apple were to go ahead and do that, I think I would be completely okay with it. But that also brings up the quadruple camera setup on the background. In my opinion, I think Apple could actually go through and give us a quad camera setup either on the iPhone 16s or the iPhone 17s. Now, the reason why this is so important is because Apple is like running out of time for the base model iPhones of changes on the back. So they've given us the frosted glass back and they've had the dual camera setup on the back of these iPhones for a long period of time. So what is Apple going to do to distinguish the iPhone, 16 against the iPhone 17? Well, there's rumors stating that Apple's going to bring back that, up and down camera on the iPhone 16. So it's no longer going to be diagonal, it's going to be up and down, vertical. So if Apple's going to end up doing that, well then there's only, what are they going to do? Do that again for the iPhone 17? I think there's going to be a time where Apple's going to give us a triple camera setup on these base model iPhones. It may not be at the same quality of the Pro model iPhones, but it's still going to be a triple cam that we're going to basically have on these type of iPhones, which is going to be massive. So if Apple ends up doing that, that means they can go ahead and give us the quad camera setup on the iPhone Pro models. And I think that would be a very, very big thing for them to do. Now, I think Apple's going to do one or the other 1 year, and then they're going to do the other thing the next year. So if they're going to bring us, a quad camera setup 1 year, the next year they may end up giving us the removal of the dynamic island. I don't know if they're going to do that, in the same year, but Apple's running out of time for hardware changes, and I think they definitely need to do something like this sooner than later. So that pretty much covers it up there. If you have any other thoughts or questions, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.